Welcome back to SnowRunner, guys, and today we're going to be having a look at a 3rd-gen Dodge Ram by Glitchworks. Now, this truck, just to clear up a couple of things right off the bat, this truck is not designed to pull gooseneck trailers or any long trailers or anything like that. This is designed to be a little bit more off-road focused, and it's also a gas-powered truck with 3 different gas engine options, but it is not a diesel. So, at the end of the day, I do think that the gas trucks do need some love as well, and because there really are, a lot of different members of the truck community, like some are diesel, some are gas, and at the end of the day, I think, both of those sides of the community, both types of engines, both deserve some love. So, let's go ahead and dive right into the customization. Now, engine-wise, we start with a stock 5.7, then you can move up to a 2020 6.4, or you can move up to a 6.2 supercharged based on the Hellcat engine. So I think we're probably going to start with the 2020 6.4 swap. Now, gearbox-wise, we have a 5-speed default, we also have a 6-speed highway, and a 4-speed off-road. Now, I think we're going to start with the 5-speed actually, if this has all the low-range gears, I'm going to go with the 6-speed, but if it doesn't have the low-range options, then we'll go back for the 4-speed. Now, suspension-wise, we have normal height, we have a 4-inch lift, and then we also have an 8-inch lift. Now, the 8-inch lift, you would really only be using if you were going for pretty much the maximum tire size. So I think what we'll do is we'll look and see what tire options we have, and then we'll decide from there what lift size we want to go with. So it seems as though we can run up to a 31 on the base suspension, a 35 on the 4-inch lift, and then a 39 on the 8-inch lift. So let's see. I think I'm going to go for the 4-inch lift, and that'll give us access to 35s, which a 4-inch lift and 35s I feel like is a very believable setup for a truck like this. So let's see. You can go with the low pros if you want to. However, I'm kind of going back and forth on what setup I want to go with because I do like these name brand MTs. I like the Bajas. I like the GWC mud terrains. I also like these B claws. Those are actually, they're really, really wide, kind of steamrollery actually. The GWC all terrains are really nice as well, but I think for the purpose of actually exploring this truck's capabilities in the way it was originally designed, I think I might actually try these and see how they do. Now, I'm well aware that these low-profile tires would not be great off-road, but nonetheless, I'm going to give it a shot in this particular configuration, and we'll see what it's like. Now, just to see on these 39s, oh my god, you can go all the way up to a 39 on the low pros. Jeez. Now, you do actually have some proper mud tires here, too, if you want to go for more of a bogger setup. I'm on a map right now that is more trail-oriented, so I'm going to be sticking with a trail tire setup, but I think, I don't know, now that I've been going back and forth, I do want to see what other wheel options you have with these. Now, let's go with the Stage 4 winch. And I'm going to go down to the wheels first because I want to see, aha, there we go. So you can have some aftermarket wheels, but still have a ton of sidewall, particularly like these Method wheels. Now, let me see. Ooh, I like these too. You know what? I'm going with these. I think they look really, really good. So now let's go back up to the top. And we have, options-wise for the bed, we actually have a tonneau cover and a toolbox. Might go for the toolbox on this particular build. Side steps wise, they actually look like they might be able to double as rock sliders. Might. The bottom part would be torn off. But I feel like if you took the bottom steps off, it actually wouldn't be a bad-looking rock slider. Now, front bumper-wise, we have a standard bumper. We also have a rock guard bumper and a brush guard bumper. Definitely going to go with this because this is obviously going to give us way better approach angles, but I'm not a gigantic fan of these big brush guards in the front, so that is what we're going to go with. Spare tire in the rear, and then, let's see, ooh, a Glitchworks Customs roll bar. I dig that, but I don't know if I'm going to put it on this particular build. Snorkel-wise, definitely throwing that on there. Rear bumper wise, you have a factory bumper, and you also have kind of a steel off-road style, trail style bumper, which I think really works. And then lights wise, you have a Glitchworks light bar that can go up top, and then obviously we've already selected our wheels. Now, custom paint wise, you get this nice gray. It's kind of like almost like a brushed metal gray. And then, oh wow. Now, granted, this is not necessarily the widest color selection, but I do like how all these colors look. I definitely think that they each bring a really nice look to the truck. So let's see. Now, both of these reds are actually fairly dark. I mean, I know that this is kind of like a brighter-ish red, but again, it's not like ultra bright by any means. Now, no interior customization on this thing right now, and let's see what it can do when you take it out on some trails. Now, map-wise, I am currently on the map Sequoia National Park, and this map really does a great job of providing some realism-minded off-road trails and some realistic environment types, so it's definitely going to be a wonderful place to take this truck and see what its capabilities are. So, making our way down this road real quick, we're going to actually... Whoa, it's actually got some... It's got some go to it. Holy crap, it's got some go to it. Wow. It's not slow with the highway gearbox, not slow at all. And actually, these all-terrains have pretty good grip on the pavement as well. You won't be sliding all over the place. You'll be doing a little bit of sliding, but no more than you would be at this kind of a speed in any other vehicle in SnowRunner. Ow. Yeah, eventually, you will slide too much, and apparently, in my case, end up in a pole. I would definitely recommend avoiding the whole ending up in a pole scenario. So let's ease it on down. It does, like, for being a gas truck, it does blow quite a bit of smoke. Let's get you on down. There we go. Is there an uphill? There is. I just don't know how gnarly that uphill is. Kinda. It's got some rock shelves to climb up, but it's not necessarily going to be, you know, anything extremely wild. Yeah, low plus is actually pretty slow. Now, I don't say that in a bad way, though. I definitely don't say that in a bad way. I say it in a more, it's almost like I'm glad that low plus is kind of more on the slower end of things in the off-road gearbox, because I think it lends itself really well to this truck's gameplay style. But, I mean, and as you actually climb up out of the canyon and get this thing out into the sun, it is a very good-looking truck. I can't get over how... No. Nope. Anyway, like we were saying, it is a really good-looking truck. And I know that there are going to be people out there that are going to be like, well, it's really simple underneath, it's really basic underneath. You know, what about this suspension feature? What about that suspension feature? And keep in mind that this truck is definitely more along the lines of, like, yes, it is a more simple build, but I think there is a certain degree of charm to the fact that it's a simple build. I think there's a certain degree of charm to the fact that, like, this is a build that's literally meant to not, you know, not necessarily be anything over the top, but just be a simple third-gen Dodge that is able to really, you know, be on every system pretty much, or at least be friendly to every system in terms of badging, and go down just about whatever trail it wants. And we're about to test that theory up here on this much trickier rock section. I messed that up quite bad. Oh, come on, roll yourself over. Why can I not steer all of a sudden? That's lovely. I love how all of a sudden it's like, no, we're going to take away your ability to steer. That'll teach you. And I'm like, teach me what? And the game is like, precisely. Oh my god. Now it's like, okay, you're not going to be able to adjust any kind of positioning of your trucks. Oh, I love that. I love it. I love it. It's great, isn't it? Oh my god. It's great. Fine. This is going to cause an explosion, but that's a-okay. You know what? Yeah, there you go. It caused just enough of an explosion to fix the truck. Well, I guess I'm happy with that. Okay, remove, go back to the Dodge, repair and refuel, and we're good to go. Just DevTools things. Okay. Now let's get you out of here without flipping you over. Turn you back around, and make our way back the other direction. Come on, easy. There you go. All right, up into low plus. These all-terrain tires, even though they are an all-terrain, they have really good grip, especially on, like, you know, the harder trail surfaces where some vehicles can be a little slippy. This doesn't have any issues like that at all. We're about to find out what it's like when you get to the rock sections. By the way, this interior is actually pretty impressive. I did not expect this thing to have really much of an interior at all, and that really surprises me. Also, working gauges, boys! Working gauges. Let's freaking go! Yeah, this gets very gnarly very quick. It's pretty much just an entire trench filled with rocks. Now, thankfully, this seems to be just small enough to fit between both rock ledges, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be an easy go of it. My dude's hands are very crossed. What the heck? That's some driving position you got there, bud. Some driving position indeed. That's a really satisfying trail to watch this thing go through, though. And at the end of the day, it's always super satisfying to watch even like a moderately built full-size truck go through an off-road trail that's usually, you know, a trail that you only see things like Jeeps on. You know, because whenever you see a full-sizer enter a trail, it's always like, I wonder how that's gonna go for him. And when you see him just like lumbering back out the other side and you know that he conquered all the obstacles, you're like, yeah, that's pretty sick. Not bad. Bro, this thing is actually doing a really good job here. It's just walking it. Absolutely walking it down through these trails. And I feel like this is the type of terrain that this truck shines in. This is the type of terrain that it was designed to be used in and enjoyed in. Now, of course, if you wanted to use this thing in a modded campaign playthrough, you absolutely could, and you could make it very balanced by sticking with the default engine setup. And then really at the end of the day, these transmission setups are very vanilla game minded, actually. So if you wanted to introduce a 3rd gen Dodge into your modded campaign playthrough, I definitely think that this would be a very good one to do it with. Oh, there you go. Walk your way through. Not bad. Bro, that was pretty awesome. Like, the fact that it just, like, walked its way right through there, mad props to this thing on that. And mad props to Glitch for the tuning as well. Come on, find some grip. Not quite. Gonna have to adjust my line a little bit. Trying to stay up here to the side. I'm gonna give it a tiny little winch pull. I don't want it to necessarily fall back over to the left. Oh, that put me in a precarious position. A little bit more of a pull with the winch. That gave me the line that I needed, but I still feel like I could have gotten out of there without the winch. So that's definitely going to be an obstacle I would like to go back and do again in the future, because really I think it's one of those obstacles where it's kind of going to sit in the back of my mind that, like, I needed the winch to get out of there. And I'm sure that the truck itself didn't need it, but I did not find the right line, and I didn't want to necessarily sit there and, you know, do the same obstacle over and over and over again, because that would kind of be counterproductive in terms of showing you guys the truck and just, like, hanging out on one rock for, like, forever. But let's make our way down this trail just a little bit further. And I don't know why I'm winching there, because it seems to be doing just fine through the mud, even on these all-terrains. Now, granted, this mud isn't all that deep, but it is still, like, you know, pretty much covering the tires in some of these sections, so it's not shallow either. There we go. That front end is so iconic. Like, that grille, those headlights, it really is, honestly, one of the most iconic front ends in the truck world, in my opinion. Let's see where we're headed, actually. So we are on the correct trail. I'm just curious to know where that all ends up. Now, granted, it seems to end up at that parking lot nearby the swamp/mud pit area, and I am just getting massive levels of MudRunner vibes heading through this trail. Absolutely massive MudRunner vibes heading through this trail. But if you guys want to experience this truck on these trails yourselves, make sure you head over to the Sequoia National Park map and you can give them a try. However, that is going to be where we're going to finish on the Sequoia National Park map, and now we're going to make our way over to the summer testing grounds for a couple more interesting experiments. Bro, you thought I was going to finish this video without heading to the bridge jump? It's time for you to think again. Let's fire this thing up and go. I know I haven't changed out the bumper, but you know what? We've got the biggest lift, the biggest tires we can fit, the highway transmission, and the supercharged engine now. And I really have nowhere better to take this now than the bridge jump. I feel like it's 100% bridge jump ready. Let's not flip it over directly before the bridge. Oh, God. Yeah, one thing to remember about this thing is that high range is faster than the max gear in automatic mode. So if you want basically the max speed this thing can offer, throw it in high. Well, apparently it can't go in a straight line in high. What are you doing? It literally cannot go in a straight line in high. I don't know what the heck is up with that, but like, the second I put it in high, it immediately goes sideways. Probably because I still had all-wheel drive on. Hang on. Let's see if that fixes it, because the front axle probably grabbed it and pulled it. Oh, yep, that's it. Easy. Oh my God, don't hit the tree. All right, up the hill. I probably should have put that aftermarket bumper on. That way I won't, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick, because I feel like if I don't do that, I'm gonna have way higher of a chance of... Wait, what the heck? Oh, rear bumper. Yeah, that's not what I wanted. Hold on. There we go. If I... Oh! That broke. Why did that break? Why is that now broken? You know what? I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna worry about it, and I'm gonna run this one. Because apparently the middle bumper option is now broken. There are apparently multiple things that are broken. I'm not gonna blame that on the mod whatsoever. I don't know what the heck is going on with that. But down the bridge we go. Come on. We're in neutral now, picking up speed, using gravity to our advantage. Let's see how it does. Dude, it stayed super level. Holy crap, that stayed incredibly level. That's actually a really, really good result from this truck. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to let me know your thoughts and opinions on it in the comments below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time.